In this film, we aim to demonstrate terminal chop, new technique for full-thickness nuclear segmentation in hard mature cataracts. The authors have no financial interest in the subject matter of this film. Hard mature cataracts are virtually all nucleus with nearly absent cortical and epinuclear buffering material. Nuclear fibers are tight, sclerosed and densely packed, making the cataract very hard, leathery and unbreakable. It's always been a challenge to achieve full-thickness nuclear segmentation in sclerotic, leathery, hard mature cataracts with the current surgical techniques. Physically hard mature cataracts are identical to solid hard rock, stronger in compression but weaker in tensile strength. It's relatively easier to split or pull apart these hard nuclei than to compress, chop, sculpt or fracture. To achieve full-thickness nuclear segmentation, it's always better to apply lateral separation or dispersive forces instead of compressive forces at the point of natural weakness along the cleavage plane between the lens fibers. Terminal chop is about utilization of unique mechanical forces to pull apart and split the nucleus from its weakest soft and thin equator along the anatomical arrangement of lens fibers to achieve full-thickness nuclear segmentation in hard mature cataract. To achieve perfect dynamics of terminal chop, it is important to create a large central capsulorhexis with an intended 5.5 to 6 mm in diameter. Short, shallow, narrow central trenches created sufficient to fit the phaco tip to achieve a proper plane of depth in the nucleus. Phaco tip is then engaged at the distal end of trench and impaled towards equator within the superficial plane of nucleus to achieve a firm grip at the equator of the nucleus. Thin and soft equator of the nucleus is then hooked with blunt chopper after drawing and lifting the nucleus edge within the capsulotome margin. Chopper is then drawn into thin and soft nucleus to create a small full-thickness nick adjacent to the phaco tip. Chopper then takes firm hold of the nucleus within the initial nick without making any horizontal excursion, stays at the equator adjacent to the phaco tip to hold the nucleus. Once both the edges of initial nick is firmly held with phaco tip and chopper, a controlled full-thickness nuclear tear is initiated using laterally directed vector forces. To achieve perfect dynamics of terminal chop, it is important to create a large capsulorhexis